Alright. Greetings and salutations, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. I'm in the process of trying to get awake here this morning. I am beat. Woke up early this morning after just a few hours of sleep. And I was freaking out. It's like, oh man, I overslept, yada yada yada. Why did my alarm go off? Because I woke up kind of, at the time felt pretty good. I'm just checking to make sure I have all these underwords, and I do. And I got up, used the restroom, was starting to realize that I had a bunch of stuff I needed to get done today. Looked at the clock and realized it was almost an hour before I had to get up, so I just went back to bed. And ever since I've been tired. I'm sure everybody out there knows what that's like. So anyway, welcome to the stream. We're continuing our quick leveling of Java here, or trying to quick level Java here. Not the fastest. The fastest leveling on the planet, but
the Weeping Cove is
pretty
rumored
quick.
to be a resting place of Two-Toed Tobias, an ancient three-barrel.
We've basically been walking down Three Barrel Cove. That's why we have Fumblebot in the party. And yeah, I think that's about all that's really important right now to kind of get into. We had a fun evening last night doing
the cacophony of wailing and moaning becomes clearer.
Doing a music request night last night. If you missed that, hopefully you'll be able to make the next one. But yeah, we added a bunch more music to the
an opening in the ground reveals another body
viewer request playlist.
Floor.
Hey. Look at that Reaper just coming to get us. Get out of here. Get out of here, you little plague Reaper.
Triggers a rush of water through the pipes, followed by the sound of a door opening.
This slow is probably the most annoying part of that right now. A little poof up here. At the front, we'll just knock it out really quick. Anyway, I've not done much of anything. I've not woken up this morning. I have not oh, good. Not got my act together or anything. I'm still trying to wake up. I apologize for that, but alas, that's the life of the stand up all night.
A strong current pushes against you.
Working first thing in the morning life. Getting this trap box actually doesn't matter, I don't think, in the long run. It's not enough trap bonus to give me any experience. And with our hireling floating around, we should have been able to just re-heal from any damage we took. That's okay. We'll disarm the trap anyway. Oh man. When I been leveling up the character, I've been thinking about putting some points in swim. It's making me wish that I had. Oh. Excuse me. I'm trying to figure out, do we want to get in the voice chat this morning? There's nobody else hanging out with us in Discord right now. And I am tying up some extra bandwidth, having Bumblebot in. So I think we'll shave whatever extra bandwidth we can off of the this morning, which means I probably need to go ahead and pause the playback as well.
You hear doors close ahead and behind you. You fear that you are trapped.
Love that. The doors close ahead and behind you. I don't know why. Just love it. Let's turn our rune arms on. I guess because it's not how I would word it, maybe. It kind of makes me giggle a little bit. There's a phrase. Ahead and behind you. Yeah, and I don't know. It was pandemonium. Bad news bears right there. Gonna kill us. Not even on, no wonder. I'm trying to fire off my rune arm, it's not here.
Cervantes, two-toed Tobias' first mate, has been returned to the depths.
Alright, nice. This one is not the quickest of them, obviously, but it's pretty good. Still alright. The best one is definitely Fire Caves. But I didn't want to...
A slight breeze emerges from behind the wall.
I didn't want to run my open person Fumblebot through the Fire Caves in case I decide to do this again later. Be nice to having be able to hold the first quest. Having to rerun the second one to get on Fumblebot, you know? Talked about the importance of having an opener. May have to
rises up from a chasm.
Do some double checking on Fumblebot. Pretty soon. I don't know if he's got all of the flagging quests for like Necro. Capstone of 1, 2, and 3. I know he's got Capstone 2 ready. I don't know if he's got Capstone for 1 and 3 ready to go. If not, I definitely should take the time to get that done on him. Not today, probably, but...
A frigid cold cuts through your body as you see a
today we're just going to try to
below.
Get our ways close as we possibly can to not let it jump up here. There we go.
The source of the cold air is coming from this room.
Anyway, we're just gonna hit the quickest
the
experience.
Ice, allowing you to continue your search for two-toed Tobias.
Man, is the floor gonna fall out on us today? It's taking its sweet time. I may not walk this one down, actually. This one...
The second valve triggers another chain reaction.
It's pretty long,
which
actually.
Opens the door to the rest of the dungeon.
check the end time. See if we want to walk it. We'll walk it down. Would really like to have to level for leaving Thurbo Cove.
Appear on opposite sides of the room.
We did come in early to Thurbo Cove, and I would like to
the floor opens.
kind of play catch up in the XP land here.
The door before you opens as if you were expected. The supposed urban legend speaks to you.
It's about time someone found me. I have long waited for this moment. I am sorry you are the one to feel my eternal pain.
The legend of Two-Toed Tobias was not just an
25,000 experience for 9 minutes. Yeah, I think it's worth walking down. Maybe we'll see.
The Weeping Cove is rumored to be a resting place of Two-Toed Tobias, an ancient three-barrel legend.
Hey, good morning, Dorkly Ninja. I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good as well. So I've just barely waken up. So I'm still in that trying to get awake mode. Also, my face right here is itchy as hell.
The cacophony of wailing.
You stop or I'll scratch my face off. I'm real good at that. Not just my face, but itching to the point where I need to stop.
An opening in the ground reveals another body of water to
That's
explore.
me. Captain Scratch too much. Other than that, though, pretty good.
The valve triggers a rush of water through the pipes, followed by the sound of a door opening.
Now, so I'm hoping to at least I can grow a beard. You got the no face hair gene or something. I mean, it's a double-edged sword, my friend. On one side, if you didn't have a beard and you were permanent baby face, then sometimes that's really annoying. But then on the flip side,
Strong current pushes against you.
if you can grow a beard, then you're constantly trimming it or shaving it, or in my case, fiddling with it. So it can make your face itchy. Constantly have to make sure that nothing falls in it. But on the other hand, my face isn't cold usually, so 6 of one, half a dozen of another. Apparently also I've had some sort of facial hair so long that when I trim it or shave it or whatever, my family just like laughs. A couple of years ago I did a no shave November, and of course the first thing you have to do for no shave November is shave. And
You hear doors close ahead and behind you. You
That's pretty
feel
funny.
that you are trapped.
every time they looked at me for basically for most of that month, they would just laugh, especially the first 2 weeks. first 2 weeks or so, they were just... The Factorio facts are out for the week. I need to find some more time to play Factorio. Maybe it'll turn into Factorio Fridays or something. I don't know, but for right now, it's not the game to play. We should focus on DDO. But I am trying to re-diversify this stream again. I've been playing so much DDO lately that I just feel like I should be looking at some diversification. Well, I will say when the new Magic the Gathering game comes out, we'll take a look at that. I don't know if it'll be good, but we'll take a look at it.
Behind the wall. A ship's mast rises up from a chasm in the cave floor.
A couple people had trickled in this morning. Good morning. I hope you guys are having a great day.
A frigid cold cuts through your body as you see a frozen river, but the air becomes even colder as the ice, the source of the cold air, is coming from the fire jets. Melt the ice, allowing you to continue your search for two-toed Tobias.
Heal thyself, little cleric. Alright, so this was 9 minutes for 25,000. First time bonus, the various XP bonuses, and Reaper. I don't know if we're going to be as successful. I imagine that'll put us around 11,000 this run. Better get to this valve before the legend alert stops me. Nope. Shoot. Alright, summon our hireling. We're gonna keep shooting. I'm gonna tell the hireling to try to get this valve. Should be able to. Okay, we're out of here.
Levers appear on opposite sides of the room. As the lever flips back,
if your jump score is good enough, you can jump up on top of there. Just jump on top of there. I don't know why that sounds weird to me in my head right now. Jump, jump. Jump, jump up the
before you opens as if you were expected. The supposed urban legend speaks to you.
It's about time someone found me. I have long waited for this moment. I am sorry you are the one to feel my eternal pain.
The legend of two-toed Tobias was not just an urban myth, although it is doubtful that any...
Alright, 12,000 in 8 minutes. Not that bad. We can try a hard. So for most of Three Barrel Cove, I've been doing this walk down. I've got my Bumblebot, my opener account, sitting there just kind of dancing around on the boat, keeping the instance open. So we can just turn around, walk back in.
Tobias, an ancient three-barrel legend.
And we're just... Our goal is not to minimize our time or anything. Like, we just want to level up as quickly as possible.
The cacophony of wailing and moaning becomes clear.
Haha, I rolled a 1 on my shield spell and failed. I'll need to put 1 point inscribed armor here at some point.
An opening in the ground reveals another body of water to explore. The valve triggers a rush of water through the pipes, followed by the sound of a door opening.
So dizzy. This is not the right... Is it the way? That is the way. Yeah, okay, that's the way. Every once in a while I get myself good and turned around in a quest. So apparently it's going to be one of those days. Jump spell. Shield spell. Ah! Hurt. Leave the cleric up there and see if the cleric can clear out those rats. Under the oppression right now, the answer is no. Always get your collectibles, boys and girls. Speaking of, I need to actually check. Yeah, I just have one fragment on Java here. We are running an XP potion for another minute and 5 seconds. Mostly because Three Barrel Cove is so much experience. So it took us 2 hours so far to basically walk down every quest out here that's part of the saga, minus this one, and which we're working on now, obviously, and named Old Grey Earl, which we haven't gotten to yet.
You hear doors
working on it
close ahead and behind you. You fear that you are trapped.
I fear that I'm trapped? I don't fear that I'm trapped. Come on, trigger. Some of the quests are worth doing on normal. I don't think this will be one of them. I could be wrong, but I currently just don't think it's going to be enough experience and enough time shaving. I did the overall math, like back of the napkin math, including buffing and running around and getting hirelings and taking levels. We ended up averaging something like 1,700 experience a minute. Like, again, back of the napkin math, not like stopwatch, keeping really close track kind of math. Which means anytime that we're doing 1K a minute quests, we're really hurting that number.
A slight breeze emerges from behind the wall. A ship's mast rises up from a chasm in the cave floor.
So we need to keep as many That's not close enough. I was gonna try to get the hireling to pull that lever so I can swim on, but it did not appear close enough to work the lever, unfortunately. Anyway, I'm trying to keep those numbers as high as I can this morning.
A frigid cold cuts through your body as you see a frozen river below.
Like to maximize
The source of the cold air is coming from the
amount of time we can
melt the ice, allowing you to continue your search for two-toed Tobias.
maximize the XP per minute here.
The second valve triggers another chain reaction, which opens the door to the rest of the dungeon.
We estimated that Javabot's probably around 8 hours old from TR to now of playtime. Which is a little bit behind schedule compared to like Samius. But Samius has something like 45 Reaper points, and Java just got his 8th, and I forgot to spend those Reaper points. So a little bit difference between the two of them.
Levers appear on opposite sides of the room. As the lever flips back, the floor opens.
Though I feel like Java's making pretty reasonable progress now.
The door before you opens as if you were expected. The supposed urban legend speaks to you.
It's about time someone...
Yeah, I don't know how much more we could have taken off of this.
The legend of
this
Two-Toed
clock.
Tobias was not just
7 minutes for 10,000. We're still
We're
ahead, but I don't think the next one will be.
Victory.
Yeah, I think that's about as quick as we can get it done. I think the next one will fall pretty fast, so we might as well just head to the next quest.
The Weeping Cove is rumored to be a resting place of Two-Toed Tobias, an ancient three-barrel legend.
Yeah, I think we'll take a quick second off. We're gonna see if we can get the rune arm here, just in one shot. Hope they fixed this with the update too. I have no idea if they
deep into the rock
will or not.
this waterfall.
The grotto is warm and damp. The sound of dripping water surrounds you, and a faint, musky odor hangs in the air.
Destroy the eggs quest. Yeah, this would be nice to have the exploding fireball
Far beneath the stone bridge.
rune arm for sure. But we do have our sonic spell, so it's not like we can't AoE break things easily enough.
Egg splits open, spilling rank-smelling jelly into the water. One down, 2 dozen.
Again, I know this is not the most efficient play going around to get the collectible, but come on. Anyone who's watched me for 5 seconds know that I go a little bit out of my way to pick up a collectible. You start on lever, I'll start on this. Okay, don't forget to smash.
This huge echoing vault was once the hideout of Garl the Grey and his men. More troglodytes' eggs lie in the system.
Fears Reaper, huh? Take it. Here. That's pretty specific about being right here. Alright, pull that lever, please. You were told to pull that lever. If I have to run over here and pull this lever myself, I'm gonna be annoyed. NPC scum. I'm not facing the troglodyte, huh? Seems incorrect, but okay.
Rise up from the water below. This must be the troglodyte's main den.
Alright, so right here we need to actually pay attention to what's going on. I don't generally run around with Featherfall anymore. So if we fall down, we're gonna add a bunch of time to our clock that we really don't want to add. But I do want to pick up my collectibles.
A huge troglodyte stirs in the mist. This is Zalf, chieftain of the tribe.
Some of the guy casting spells on us, making the ouchies. Aw, he's gonna cut our heart out.
Chief Zalf, progenitor of
That's
the
the
eggs,
specials.
has been slain.
Nine eggs. I hope there's 9 eggs in this last room. I feel like we missed some
Archers
eggs
lies
somewhere.
the way to Great Garl's resting place.
Really hope not.
Red Tom and his lot never made it this far.
We have to be sure to keep our hireling alive, not because we necessarily worry about the healing right now, but you never know when we're gonna get in a weird situation where we are gonna need healed. And I don't want to have to like go get a new one. Going back and wasting time pulling it back to the shrine and stuff is also not... I mean, it would be preferable than going all the way back and getting a new one, but... Oh, great. Yeah, we did miss some somewhere. Awesome. Excuse me. I gotta go back through the quest and find him. Yay. Thought I did such a good job of keeping an eye out for him, too. Now we're just adding time to the clock for no reason. Oh, they're at the very beginning. Oh. There are 3 behind where you jump down there at the very beginning. That's what I missed. Alright. Bollocks. Right there.
Sputtering, greasy slime, the last of the troglodytes.
Alright, well on the plus side, we have to go back to Stormreach now anyway. So it didn't cost us that much. Because now we have to go level. Arrgh. It is aggravating though. Alright, do we actually need to bother with the rest? I don't think so. I think we can go ahead and... Oh, no, we do have to go back and do... Because I didn't do, Irestone Inlet. Probably will stop repair at 10. I don't think there's any way that I can take advantage of that otherwise. And then we're continuing to kind of play catch up on Listen. I haven't drug it to my bar yet, but we do have these. And those are powered by some skills. We do this for sure. We have enough stuff that we might as well take this as well. Because we're playing catch up on diplomacy, right? Yeah. It may actually also be worth it to have diplomacy on our bar somewhere. We'll get a new guy on the ship. Yeah, I think so. Level 7. I can't think of like a big piece of gear. I don't think we're going to switch to our Platinum Cape. We're currently still using our Mimic Cloak, which I think is probably like the best. It's like mentally running down. I think, what is this Slaver's gear? It's not level 6, right? That one's 8. Thinking about switching into this, but I have to break my anger set, and I'm not sure I'm ready to do that. Oh! Never mind, we do have gear upgrades at 7 now that I'm thinking about it. I think we still have them all. Are we here on Java? If not, I know we got a set on Samius, but I don't want to go back and forth. We want to put on the Raven's Eye set. We're not wearing this, right? No. The Raven Eye set does a couple of things for us that are pretty clutch. Boosts our search way up, I believe. And it's a stacking bonus. So that'll help with our auto detection. And then come on. There we go. Yeah, so we don't need these on all the time. And what are we losing here? Nothing. Alright, perfect. And this can go into a swap item for now. But also it gives us +3 artifact bonus to hit and damage. So yeah, that's the money. I'm a big fan of this set, by the way. For any of you who may be curious. Alright, what do we want to go at level 7? Thought I was getting more YouTube comments today. We should probably knock out the depths. Most of those are super fast, right? And we should do House K stuff, mostly because we're going to have to do it for the bank eventually anyway. Yeah, it's probably fine. I think it's a step down on experience, but I think it's going to be the end of the world. These are all like once and dones. Alright, and while we're at it, I do want to take this. So I have one more boost. I tend to do these every life. I don't always do that one. I do this one. They're pretty easy house K favors, and also they have the advantage of being pretty quick. Most of them, anyway.
The silence hanging in the chilled air of this compound is broken only by the unearthly groans of the cult's forgotten sacrifices.
Is it 8? I think at 8 we get a big power increase. We get to switch into a rat catcher. But until then, we're still kind of limping along. Damaged my wisdom. That's all white.
The cultist of Ball rushes at you, gesturing madly with his hand, raving in an infernal tongue.
Attack mode, boy. Attack mode. Let's go. Be a helper. Oh, that's the bad. That is the bad. Ow, that's gonna hurt a lot, actually. Well, I asked you to click restore on me, and you're like, I'm on it! I still have no restore. Come on, man. Help me out. My robot fortification here. Should be collectibles here, right? No, next one. There we are. Thank you. Double Reaper up ahead. I need to remember to hit these buttons. I'm walking on the quest so much that they only work in 1 and 4 quests.
Fades into nothingness, and suddenly the air gains back a measure of warmth. In the distance, you hear stone grating against stone.
always start with the casters. Gotta stay kissable soft here. It's important. Otherwise, your ladies do not give you the kisses. Make a stop by a shrine. No, we don't have to in this. Unless we start taking damage.
The stonework in this room is cracked and frosted over from the chilling influence of the ice metals.
Although he did a great job. I mean, look at that right there. That's another great example of a hireling getting some work done. He stood there, blocked that doorway, so the method. The solo cruelty method got taken out. That is very helpful. Hi, I would love to get the Plague Reaper now. Alright, we might have to stop and... Depends on how this, these Earth Elemental fights go, I guess. How many times we get Earth grabbed? Currently, the answer is a lot. No, we don't do nearly as much damage as I would like to be seeing against stuff like Earth Elementals right now, but I don't think there's much we can do about it. If I had a fireball, I would grab it.
This underground storehouse is
There's a collectible in there.
trollish habits created such a startling.
Yeah, I think we can just leave though. I don't think we're gonna be in a too bad of a way here. So we don't run into like a triple Reaper room, which is possible. Every time I'm in this quest, ooh, 61. Every time I'm in this quest, they talk about how this is my second +1 int tome ever. Came out of this quest, and I turned out sold at the auction house for 1,000,000 gold back when gold mattered. And I remember Tobrel being so jelly. It was great. So it makes games like DDO and other quests or other games like this very special. Is you get those like those stories. I think we're gonna go this way, even though it's a little bit. I don't want to say slower. It's like maybe a hair slower. Definitely more dangerous. The 3 earth elementals are more dangerous than everything else that you encounter in that quest so far. But disarming the traps are very good. Extra experience for not a lot of extra gain. Also, I forgot we have evasion now. I keep playing like we don't have evasion because I'm not used to having evasion. But I'm seeing the evade soon will go off a fair amount of time. Save is not insane. Not a trap box on this side. Really? You're going to tell me that I'm that close? I can drink this here with some potion. Whoa, missed this one. This is a pretty decent chunk of experience for, again, not adding that much more time to the quest. Ow, that hurt. Not want. Do not want. You off the middle, please. See, that's a pretty reasonable rate of return. 3.5 minutes for 7,000. Take it. If it would stay at that rate, I would repeat it, but it wouldn't. It would fall really quick. Double champs. Don't die on me, last Thor. I need you to pull some levers. That's the button I wanted to push. Go. That lever pulled. Of course. Also, it's a Fear Reaper. More seconds. I know I did break extra stuff in here and spawn extra uses when I threw the sound burst, but it wasn't that bad, was it? Wasn't that many extra pieces of trash. Lever. No. Lever. Come on. Your job is to pull levers. Let's go. Lever puller. Right, how close are we on a trap bonus here? We are not very close. We're just going to run past this next trap. Three minutes and 42 seconds. Oh, we have a nasty champ on us. He gave us the bads. So what I mean, but like stuff like this where you're trying to open the chest and they won't let you, or just trying to leave. Stuff like these adds to your time in a very annoying way. Alright, so that should take care of our this level House K quest that we normally do. Should be our House K favor. Not quite. We definitely want to go do CO6. In fact, we may even want to do some CO6 window farming. But don't think our opener is going to be able to tag along. Because he's level 11. something else I should be doing first? No, I mean the new house, the new 12 quests are big experience. These I think are fine, which means we could just go straight there. We have almost 30 minutes of buffs, 36 minutes of buffs. Should be able to knock out all the Gray Moon Wanings in that time, I think. Bounty Hunter would also be very quick. It's on the way. It's right here. So when I was going through the walkthrough, I mentioned that the quest is actually super short if you don't care about the optionals.
This cavern is very cool. Earthy smells.
Don't know if we actually
fill the air.
kind of went through what it's like to do this quest if you don't care about the optionals. Alright, casters, then trippers. I'm not going to do the traps, so we're just going to skip it.
With several passages leading from the room.
Now we're going to make sure that I'm fully healed before I make the leaps here.
The opening on the other side awaits you.
Again, this is another spot where if you're got Featherfall, you're going to get slowed down. I'm just going to let these guys get around the corner. Those archers are the dangerous part. Right there, we're just going to stay away from them. Get the door pulled, please. Get that door pulled, please. Lever is blocked, huh? Unblock yourself. Get this lever pulled. It's going to be too slow. This is the kind of XP I like. It literally cost me nothing to pick that up. Superior XP. Alright, so all we have to do to complete the quest is what we've done so far. We don't have to do any of the other nonsense. And we're not gonna. Alright, so that was 8,000 for 4 minutes. 2K, that's good. Take it. Again, so these kind of quick ones that kind of shore us back up. And as I mostly want the guild renown, I want to... it's too high level for it to matter. I want to be sure to pick up my end rewards when able. Alright, unfortunately here we're going to probably mostly have our rune arm turned off for this next bit. Because we're going to want to do a lot of riding our horse back and forth. Let's go. I love danger. Let's go! Alright, Grey Moon in particular, how long do you have? 37 minutes. Grey Moon in particular is really good for this whole chain, actually. Is generally really good for Reaper experience. A lot of the quests you don't need a lot of... There's not that many things of the quest to defeat anyway, so it's easy to get your like 10 kills for your Reaper experience and then stop. Also, there tends to be relatively high XP in these because these quests are very short for the time that you're in the quest. So, like, I think there may be 11 guys in this quest. I mean, we'll end up killing everything, so we'll just have to wait and see on an actual count, but it's not, there's not very many.
The mine is dank and filthy. Angry growls echo from its depths. You hear faint voices coming up from the hold. Through the door, you hear a rough voice.
What's gonna get a surprise when we send this son's head?
The ogre collapses. A key clatters to the floor.
I've never been able to kill that guy, collect the collectible, and pick up the key before that door closes. It's very aggravating. Huh, I'm actually having a real problem connecting to chat. I didn't realize it before. So if people have been talking in chat, I apologize. My, the app that I use said that chat was working a little while ago, and I just never noticed that it hadn't changed. And then I glanced over at the actual web page, and it said connecting to chat and just was sitting there spinning. So hopefully I haven't missed a whole bunch of conversation. If I did, feel free to re-get my attention.
You have the sense of fathomless depths beneath you. Fall into this chasm, it'll be certain death.
Oh, Athra just died. Dang it.
You see movement in one of the cells ahead. It may be Hachka.
He's not here. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to decide if it'll be quicker to let the guy time out.
Disappears down the hall.
Alright, so this was 2 minutes for 3,000 experience, which was not great, but it's 276 Reaper experience for 3 minutes. So like that's a pretty good rate of return.
The lift here leads down to a long abandoned mine.
Alright, I'm gonna leave him in the quest and hope he times out before we get back. Which means we'll take an extra second
By
here
the
and grab
handprints on the rock, this cave is
quick,
clearly occupied by
what,
ogres.
12,000 experience, I think. Maybe
It
17.
appears the ogres have clearly avoided this spider-infested area of Sorrow Dusk. This lair bears the markings of the Lord Bruth's ogre.
We've already got 5, so
By the wretched smell, these ogres must have recently dined on the flesh of fallen adventurers. In the hollow to the north waits Bruku, elder of the Grey Moon tribe.
come on, time out. If you leave them inside of a quest that's trying to close, they'll typically time out very fast. Boom, there we go. And then we can resummon him. It's faster than that 5 minutes of waiting. But not like always much faster.
The tension in the mine is greater than before. The ogres are ready for you this time.
So we don't have to go down here. Attack mode there, guy. Alright, I'm not really sure where we go from here. I'm not as smart as a Clash Star. Is there anybody in the party who happens to be a Clash Star so we can figure out where to go next? These doors are all closed. Oh, this door is not closed. Go through this door.
This door stands open.
Doesn't take a Clash
Take a
Star.
Clash Star to sense that the
Oh!
ogres want you to go in.
Again, pour a little bit of my joke flask out to my good friend Crisis. Is awake and playing on Facebook. I don't know if that means he's gonna jump into the old voice chats Rooney. But I'm currently not in the voice chats Rooney, so I suppose it doesn't matter. Oh, there's some danger. Any of the light bearer champions, in my opinion, are extremely dangerous. So kill them quickly.
The air shimmers with heat from the machinery in this chamber.
Kill them
Hear
quickly.
shuffling from the ledges above. The sound of faint, brutish laughter comes from beyond the locked door.
Ow. That triple tap hurt real bad, didn't it?
A roar of rage, the reek of rotting meat. Trolls. There are trolls here. Bruce crashes to the floor, his brief reign ending in ruin. are dead, but their presence here troubles you. Ruku must hear of this.
Alright, so that was 4 minutes for 6,000 experience. Excellent. Another small Dragon Shard fragment. One more and we can get a XP potion. And this one's got 16 minutes left on it.
The lift here leads down to a long abandoned mine. By the wretched smell, these ogres must have recently dined on the flesh of fallen adventurers. In the hollow to the north waits Ruku, elder of the Grey Moon tribe.
Just trying to decide if it's more XP efficient on our XP pot to grab these explorers or not. They probably are.
Gnawed bones, charred, the overgrown jungle does its best to obscure the cave image.
The next two quests will take us a little bit more than the 16 minutes, I think. So I'll probably do the next quest, hit explorers. I think that'll be the most, close enough. I think that'll be the most XP efficient for our XP pot.
To the south lies the entrance to the caves of the Grey Moon Ogre clan, driven out by trolls. You have come to the den of the Grey Moon tribe. Signs of struggle are everywhere. Distinct trolls thicken the air.
Keep clicking it like that's the boost, but this is the boost. Now let that guy go.
You hear heavy breathing.
We don't need to worry about that optional.
Leaders of the Ogre collaborators are ahead.
Goodness. It's because I'm in a hurry, the Reapers are going to be everywhere. I don't know, we may be able to do both quests in that 16 minutes if we're... Excuse me, if we're a little bit lucky.
Begin to water. The reek of trolls might make you retch.
I want to be careful to make sure that we don't have too many of these scorpions following us. Especially not the elemental scorpion who's going to give us the acid dot. Thanks, jerk. Okay, we can go.
Hear growling and the slap of leathery feet against stone. Hammerfist, the troll chieftain, squints at you through his window.
Oh no! Okay. Woo! Oh no, Hammerfist is gonna finish us. Alright, well, we punted. He's not gonna be able to finish the quest. Yeah, I jumped a hair too soon. As soon as I jumped, I knew it was wrong. I let myself pause when I saw that Reaper. And it threw me off my game there. Warlockfish owns my soul now. That seems excessive. Seems very excessive. Also, good morning, Tlabbies. Yeah, let's get back. Let's get back and finish that quest. Yeah, wasted 4 minutes of our potion. I got in a hurry and was trying to do both. Wanted to try to cram in both quests. Which I think with 12 minutes we probably could have done both quests. No! Yeah, I didn't want to, like, spend a bunch of time doing stuff like that on Java. Especially not where Java couldn't contribute back to the quest. But I will be trying to get Java Jibbers this go around. And I could have caked. I have a cake. It's just, it wasn't, in my mind, it wasn't worth caking there.
To the south lies the entrance to the caves of the Grey Moon Ogre clans, driven out by trolls.
I forgot I had to reset this client earlier.
You have come to the den of the Grey Moon tribe. Sense of struggle are everywhere. The stink of trolls thickens the air.
Stop. Stop with the bad touching. My heals, guy. Thank you.
You hear heavy breathing and guttural laughter. Leaders of the Ogre collaborators are ahead.
Get up here.
Your eyes begin to water. The reek of trolls might make you retch.
Alright, now, don't overpull these stupid scorpions.
You hear growling and the slap of leathery feet against stone. Hammerfist, the troll chieftain, squints at you through the gloom. With a bellow of mindless rage, Hammerfist crashes to the floor.
So I just jumped too early last time and I ended up landing in it. Hero soul on things that already generate the best.
The last of Hammerfist trolls has been slain.
So that honestly took me 7 minutes. Right? Because imagine it took me the... Well, okay, call it... Yeah, we'll call it 7 minutes. Very aggravating. Tutorial vids, you just play. Just play.
Entrance to the caves of the Grey Moon Ogre clan.
I'm like rushing through things. Oh, there you are.
Hello!
Hey, what's up? No, just rushing through. I punted real bad earlier.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was running across that bridge and then I saw a Reaper and it made me hesitate instead of running and jumping when I was supposed to. I jumped early. Took, I think I went to 1 hit point or 10 hit points by the trap. I don't really honestly remember. And then the Reaper killed, well,
In the hollow to the north,
it wasn't
waits
technically the
Druid
Reaper, but the
Elder
Reaper
of
killed
the
me.
Grey Moon Tribe.
It's because I have not very many minutes left on my XP potion. Speaking of, I don't think I saw you log on, but if you did, oh no, you did.
Jungle does its best to obscure
Put
the
a
cave.
small Ever-on Dragon Shard fragment in the guild chest for me, or mail it to me, would you? I have a bunch on Samius, but only 2 on Java.
Those green bags? Red bags.
Red bag? They're collectibles.
You need one?
Yeah, that's 3 of them gives you a XP potion.
Okay.
Stink of trolls
I have
lingers in the
2
air.
that I've picked up so far
Ruku
today.
was right.
How big an
If you
XP
kill
potion?
them all the
They're
first
just the
time.
tins. I think the mediums give you 20s.
On which character?
It's Javabot. I just don't have to take the time to switch this morning.
1 second. Make sure I got the name spelled right. Yep. Alright.
Java.
Here's a few.
No, I just need one.
Too late.
Okay.
Should have something in your mail now.
Alright. I see it. A letter. I said, Samus has got a bunch. I'll send you back whatever. I just wanted to be able to re-potion before I move on to whatever the next quest is. And now that I'm no longer in Three Barrel Cove, I don't need the 30s. Three Barrel Cove was just too much experience in too short of a period of time to not have big XP potion if you're in a hurry.
The gate on the far side of this chamber stands open.
So again, you want to jump there, basically to jump over what you think is like a invisible line on this last post. Kill all these oozes, unfortunately. Besides just splitting them into dozens. So that was our second death on Javabot earlier today. It's a little bit disappointing. That first death was in Ghost of a Chance. We just got slammed by that champ really bad.
The chasm is too wide to jump.
And a big pumpa punt. Hey, go pull that lever. You were told to pull a lever. Do not do whatever you want. Do what I tell you to do. Arrgh. Go pull that lever. Want to hear that bridge go down? I feel like if you yelled at the hirelings, then they're more likely to obey.
Is that the case?
I don't know. I feel it makes me feel better anyway about the whole situation. So you're like, yo, where's my heal? And then they heal you. Like, that's what I thought.
Ogrish runes were carved into the wall here, but have been scratched into illegibility by troll claws. Lord Frog's former cave lies ahead.
I think we still got time left on our XP pot here. So we're gonna try going for the finishing of the quest, and then we'll do the optional.
Human cleric,
48 seconds. Quick, get the optional. So that death did cost us, but not nearly as bad as I was afraid it was going to cost us. It's alright. We'll make that work. Don't need you to auto run up the thing now. So what are you doing this morning? What's your gin day?
I'm rocking out some Slayers, because I did a bunch of quests. Gonna try to get that wrapped up and then TR and then try to use this weekend
Lies the
to get the last ribbit life out.
Driven out by trolls.
I
Being a
feel you.
robot's not as good as it used to be.
It's great.
Then, pretty soonish, we'll have our update, in theory, and then it's, I think in the meantime I might farm some stuff out for a alchemist. Or at least some of like the stuff to make the low level ranged work. Like I think I'm missing a wild wall, wonder wall. Wonder bra.
Well, I know you got some big old man boobies, but I don't think you need a wonder bra.
Whatever the range stuff is, and then figure out
Wall watch.
exactly how to put it together. If they get harm as a spell, that makes it simpler to do. Though there is some contest on one set because one of the Dreadkeeper I think involves a glove, the skin tight gloves. I think the wall watch would be stronger. But even with the individual pieces like the Necro bracers to boost your Necro power, be pretty good even on their own. The usual gear Tetris.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'm hoping it turns into like a real powerhouse for getting past lives and such. Basically, take the place of the alchemist.
I don't know, we'll see what happens.
Or not alchemist, inquisitive.
See what happens, but I think the alchemist will probably continue. Will be fine, but I think the inquisitor will continue to be good. 33. All right, well, done deal then. All right, so we're looking for chalk in the marketplace, and that is 10% experience things for 6 hours. So that's quite a bit of experience there. That is not the right guy. That is the right guy. Thank you. Alright. This XP potion brought to you by Trogbrell.
Considering I haven't used any of those things ever.
I
Just
used them a bunch on the
do them all
auction,
that shit.
or on the hardcore server. Like, I was constantly just getting those when we were doing... That's like 100% of my bonus experience gotten for the Reaper stuff came from those potions.
No, that's a good point.
So those are one of the big reasons I actually click the collectibles. The medium ones give you a 20% for 6 hours, and then the big one gives you nothing. The big one's actually the worst.
Was that the pot? The
The-
mana pot?
No,
Yes,
the
it
medium
does.
ones are the mana pot.
What's the large ones then?
The large ones will give you a ethereal rest shrine, a medium jewel of fortune, or just a gem that you can sell for platinum. And not even like a lot of platinum. I think it's just
Guess
like
you get a shrine. Is it an all shrine or just a U shrine?
I think it's a... It says ethereal rest shrine.
So that should be the all shrine. I think.
Yeah. Isn't everyone. But no raids. I don't know, I think my mouse is going out. My center clicky button is really acting up again. I think it's about time to order a new one. I know the answer to this question is a no, but you don't happen to be flagged for the Bloody Sea, do you?
Nay.
Yeah,
And I don't have my, not sure what happened to my opener account. Can't log on to it anymore.
Crisis's other one?
Can't get into Dana's old one. I can't get into... Probably have the stuff for Tim's. My own personal one that I made a bunch of like helper bots. I can't get into anymore. Wasn't real good about tracking my like logins and stuff back then.
Oh no, I just use Remy's account. I have access to Tanya's old account as well, but I just use Remy's. Unless I'm farming Hearts of Wood, and then I'll potentially pull out all of them, but I need to get this thing ready to take that one last level because it needs the rat catcher upgrade real bad. Feel like the damage is just lacking. Can't imagine why running around with my level 1 Kenneth crafted wholly a bludgeoning crossbow here, but
Not a good Borderlands one?
I could have made it, but I could have done that, but this was I built this before.
Oh, okay.
And I already slotted it with the Ghost Touch Augment, so I didn't want to spend money pulling out a Ghost Touch Augment to retire a weapon. Alright, so that's 7, so we need 3 more before we kill the inn guy. That should be right on track. Get this guy out of there. That should give us the... Oh, it didn't give us the minimum kill bonus? That's dumb. Alright, so that's 3,000 XP for 1.5 minutes. Plus summoning our hireling. It's okay.
It is oppressively dark here, save for a few flickering torches that might provide enough light to fight properly.
Oh man, double Reaper again. One of which is a Fear Reaper. Thanks. Thanks, DDO. I was just planning on zerging it into the quest, but...
You were?
Yeah.
Well, now you got other things to do.
It's true, I guess. Oh man. And the optional that popped up is an Archon. That's great. Man, I swear, the game, like, it knows. It knows when things are going too well, and it's just like, oh, well, can we make things inconvenient for you? You're like, yes, yes, you can. Oh, bollocks. I didn't drink my XP potions. I did 2 quests, and I didn't drink my XP potion.
But you went to all the trouble to go get those potions?
I just got 1. But yes, after all the trouble to have Tobrel send me the letter so I could pop in the auction house, or into the one quest for 4 seconds. Marketplace for 4 seconds. Try to remember to grab it here in a moment. So we lost out on probably 1,000 experience so far. Looks like Raider's going to be semi-active again.
We played a little bit last night.
I know. But he was on holding the boat instance open when I got on earlier today. Hunga Booga! Come on, Famine Reaper. I was just killing the hamburgers. Hamburger actually sounds pretty good. I might make well, don't know if I actually have any hamburger. I have to go to the store. I have to take a shower. I gotta go to the store. I've got a bunch of stuff I gotta do for the arena this afternoon too. You know, I should have stayed up last night and took care of the arena stuff. I was just tired. Soul of Cruelty Troll. This is the other problem with playing at level 20. Depending on your build, you end up missing things when you're little again. So like, I keep wanting to hit like pin and dance, but I don't have those. I miss them. It's not fair. I should be able to shoot something in the foot at every level.
It's pretty nice.
Go on, pull the lever. Don't do whatever you think you're going to do. Do what I tell you to do. That's why I pay you the big bucks. I wasn't paying attention to that one. Looks like it's around 5,000 experience. I don't think that quest took us 5 minutes. I didn't see any of the buffs that cast at the beginning wear off, so not too bad. Probably should just not fought those guys at all. Just had the hireling pull the lever and then act as his doorstop. Course. And it would open the chest would spawn literally on top of the trap. See if it cuts my head off. It didn't. Luckily. Pull that lever. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, Nep Nep. Thank you for the follow, my friend. Welcome to the USS Fat Halfling. Appreciate you hitting that follow button over here. Did you pull the lever? Okay. That's 4,000 experience in 3 minutes. Not the best rate of return. But it was almost 300 Reaper experience, so that's good. Alright. Let's see, we have another rank to go before we have to level. Do kind of like knocking some more stuff out here really quick. We do still have Grey Moons Part 2 that we need. Not Grey Moons. Old Grey Earl or whatever it's called.
Old Grey Earl.
Out Old Grey Earl. One more quest. That second part of that quest out in Turbo Cove. I'm not as sure what it's actually called. Troglodyte's Gate. finished with the work for the day. That's good. Not even noon yet. Would really like to be 10 before I log off, but I don't think I'm going to make it today. That's fair. This is not where I parked my car. This is the second time I did something like that. I wanted to come here to Sawdust and I ended up in Three Barrel Cove. I wanted to go to Three Barrel Cove and ended up back here in Sawdust. I'm definitely tired.
Yay!
Yay! Care Bear Stare. Hey Nep Nep, welcome to, or thank you for using your Optimus Prime sub on us today. Care Bear Stare for you, my friend.
Is that why it's Optimus?
Yeah.
Hmm. I think I'd have got that pun before now. I figure you're just a big dork and we're doing Transformer things for its own sake.
No. Optimus Prime.
The crow's nest is strategically placed to detect ships coming in and
Just like
out of Three
we have the
Barrel
one guy who likes to cheer and listen to the DuckTales theme song. So at $5, the DuckTales theme song plays because he loves listening to it. Smurfy. So I know what I'm doing, sort of. Oh, I didn't advance this quest though. Oh, I'm just wasting time. Letting my concentration slip. Start thinking about all the crap I gotta do today.
Oh, chores.
Well, I kind of put a bunch of stuff off this week. Now my chickens are about to come home to roost.
Actual chickens or a metaphor?
Probably both. I don't know. Right now we're calling it a metaphor.
Okay.
It's one of those things getting me stuff to use all these points on. Yes? No, honestly, I completely forgot again.
Arcade
I will try.
extends
You...
deep into the rock behind this wall.
There's a handful of people who keep talking about the channel points. I need to get that done. I keep forgetting.
The feel of this place has changed. The air is
I will try to
strangely
remember.
cool now. And the scent of old
No, I
decay
have to-
has replaced the
I have to get the
troglodyte's
calendar
house.
updated for the arena. I have to do the new flyers for the arena. I have to go to the grocery store. I also have got to take a shower. I was going to shower last night before bed, but I was so tired. Don't want to be the stinky guy that shows up to the arena to play cards.
What?
I'm sure there's going to be somebody there, and I don't want that somebody to be me. There's always somebody who shows up to the card shop that smells bad, right?
I mean, it's happened from time to time.
So I just don't want that person to be me, if I can help it. I need to do laundry at some point too. And it probably wouldn't hurt if I ran the dishwasher.
Flows out from behind
But I'm hoping
the
if I
wall.
ignore it long enough,
So strong,
somebody
the
else will
water
do it.
makes your feet numb.
That's pretty responsible there.
So, this is the thing. I will wash my fork.
Your
I-
fork?
Yes, I use
You're
a
one fork in one bowl or something?
I'll use a fork, and I'll wash it. Right? And then I'll use
Do you
that
own
same
one
fork.
I figured you have like more than one fork.
We do have more. We have several forks. But
Three?
I will use a fork, and then I will wash it.
Drifts out of
Mhm.
the dark
Okay.
beyond the vault.
And then I will use that same fork, like, for basically every meal,
Is
regardless.
that your lucky fork?
I mean, it doesn't matter which fork it is in this particular case. But I will just continue to use it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay. You get an
Now-
emotional attachment to your fork. I'm not judging. I'm just,
The rest of the family will go through silverware, forks in particular. For some reason, we have less forks than spoons. I don't know why, but so inevitably people will run out of forks.
Inevitably.
Inevitably. And then about 60% of the time, I will wash my plate when I'm done with it. And then I'll reuse the plate. Because remember years ago, I bought 2 big ugly plates. So I know what these 2 particular big ugly plates are. And I primarily use those plates. So I know what my plates are. Well, inevitably, the rest of the family doesn't wash those plates. They're other plates. And previously, before Remington lived at the house, we could go like a while without having to load the dishwasher. With me washing my bowl, or my plate and my fork. Well, now that Remington is back, the dishes have to be done slightly more regular than we have had to worry about them. I have to slow down. Summon Ellery. So it's just one of those things that we kind of got in the habit of not having to worry about all that often, and now we have to worry about it again. Because both the wife and I, like, half the time will eat off of a paper towel if we can anyway, instead of a plate. I know we sound like college kids, don't we? Like, we live our entire life to not have to do dishes.
For prepping for, new lifestyle, that's something that you know,
Yeah, it's true.
not gonna be able to stack up 4,000 dishes. I just thought the lead into the conversation was a little magical.
Well, I mean, I have my fork that I use a fork when I eat, and then I clean it.
Earl's wrath has corrupted them, and they must be destroyed.
Ellery just passed. Rip. Alright, let's get out of here. Of course, I decided to leave, and there'll be a famine rebirth then.
Am I here? Or
You are here. Wherever you are, you're here.
The stone here is clawed and torn, and smells of spices and rot.
Oh boy. Love how this always smells of spices and rot, and I always wonder, like Old Spice? Fresh Spice? Never know.
Well, Old Spice always smelled pretty good to me.
Well, this is a dungeon filled with troglodytes, so maybe there's like some troglodytes ladies out there
pretty
who are
sure-
trying to cover up that smell.
No, I'm pretty sure the trogs are not using Old Spice.
What?
Prove me wrong.
I don't have a
I-
sense of smell, so I'll just have to allow it.
I cannot prove the troglodytes did not use Old Spice.
Maybe they use really Old Spice.
Again.
That could be. They use like original edition Old Spice.
Spices are really hard to make smell ugly, unless it's like garlic.
The air here
Old
is
garlic
so
is-
cold that frost
And I don't know if that's a
grinds the
spice, that's-
stones. The
Garlic's a
chill
spice.
seems to have come from beneath
I don't
the
know.
water.
I count that as a spice. It's on my spice rack. It's spice. I have garlic, like powdered garlic. I have what else we got? Do I have any of the?
Minced garlic.
I don't have any fresh garlic at the moment. I have some of the,
I'm half vampire to lab, so I don't get along with garlic or mirrors.
and I have some of the garlic where you gotta put it in the fridge and it's already minced. I have some of that.
That's fresh garlic.
Well, I don't have like fresh for like
It's like a
actual
pickled.
garlic. Yeah,
What garlic? What's the
I came to a
point?
compromise after some taste testing with the cheesy garlic bread that I make, and people couldn't tell the difference. And it's a lot of work to actually like, you know,
Chop
You
up
get
garlic.
garlic
Yeah.
with a pan and put it in a garlic press.
There you
to
go.
actually do the garlic. So you gotta like take the
that's
paper off, smoosh it with your knife, or do the garlic press. And
Paper.
it's a lot of work. Yeah, the paper on the garlic.
Hate you so bad right now, video game.
What?
Not you.
What
You're
happened?
fine. There's one champion archer, and he's
Oof.
just he wrecked me. I really don't want to do this quest over again. I really don't want to use a res pot.
You have a hireling that can come and get you.
No, because they ate my hireling.
Oh no.
It's fine. Whatever.
Maybe they put a little garlic on it and
I'm done with that. Just kill this thing. No, I'm not waiting around. I'm tired of this quest already.
I feel like we haven't done the discussion of garlic justice yet.
we've done more than enough justice to garlic. Garlic is its
Tastes
own
great,
champion.
less filling.
The lock on the door here looks complex.
I am getting a
but
little
you might be
cranky, I
able to
agree.
Open it with the proper key.
I admit it.
Have some cheesy garlic bread. Oh, actually, that's like a completely antithetical to what you're eating right now.
That is correct, sir.
A chest gleams in the frozen light. This
I
is
just had
Grey
blueberry
Garl's
pancakes.
lost hoard. The whispering voice speaks once more.
I
as the
And
have
chest
not
bacon.
had anything bread-like in
sucks the last warmth out of the
over a
roots.
month.
Old Grey Garl has come.
Why?
Bent on protecting his loot.
Because I'm a big fatty and I need to drop some poundages before we get in the bus.
Yeah, well,
Also,
I'm
my
big diabetic and my insulin doesn't react well if I don't have a few carbs.
yeah. Well, honestly,
With a despairing shriek,
depending on the
old
research
Grey
that you're
Garl
looking at,
dissolves like a pestilent
the
vapor.
best
The
diet
cold
for
suffusing
diabetics,
air begins to
according
feel.
to a lot of stuff out there, is actually a no carb, no sugar, like a very strict paleo diet. If you would like to get off of the
No.
insulin, it is actually,
No.
and I know you're going to disagree.
When I have
that
4
is-
days in, the last week where my blood sugar was so low, I had a hard time getting to my test kit to test how low my blood sugar was
Yeah, you.
because I didn't have enough carbs.
Yeah, the data says that it is the best way is if you're no carbs, no sugar, lots of exercise, but it takes about 2 weeks of that for it to kind of kick
A
through. So you have
cave
2 weeks
extends
of
deep into the rock behind this
of
water.
problems to process. But the best data does say that that's the best thing to do.
Of course, if your blood sugar goes below 50, you have a good chance of dying from that.
I do. Which is why there are other things that you can kind of process to help with the blood sugar besides carbs, and I'm not saying you don't eat no
No,
carbs.
that's-
You have to watch your
Sounded like what you just
correct
said is
carbs.
no carb. No sugar, no carbs.
complex carbs from like grains, but you can eat carbs like vegetables and stuff like that. Sweet potatoes is usually what a lot of people use to transition. So like if you like sweet potatoes, you can use a lot of sweet potatoes to help in that first 2 weeks. That's true. It does also depend on that, but again, it seems to be across the board. That is the best diet for... Again, I did a lot of research once my mother-in-law came out with her diabetes stuff, and I was worried about the Remington and the wife. So I dived in really, really deep. Kind of looked at a lot of that stuff. Again, I was a little bit biased because I was already kind of down the paleo mindset, but a lot of the research actually really heavily supports that. But
Ultimately, do what your doctor and nutritionist say.
yeah,
And listen to your body.
I do not listen to nutritionists. They contradict each other.
it's because they look at different things.
Mm-hmm. Which is why I'm in constant contact with my pharmacist so that we can get my insulin numbers right.
Well, pharmacists are a surprisingly good source of information.
Oh, that's their job. The
They need a
pharmacists
little
are
bit more
actually like the
frontline.
more... Like, they have to balance all the junk.
That's why I have a pharmacist.
That would be a very hard job, I think.
I think that's part of the reason why Quiet John is getting out of
Especially if
pharmacy
you were my pharmacist.
and into just regular medicine.
Yeah, those interactions are tricky, man. Different people's bodies don't always behave the same.
Most,
That's
like, if you look around at some of the other kind of weirdness that's floating around out there, you basically have 5 to 6 different kinds of people, depending on... I wanted to go get a fresh Highland before I did this quest. Depending on what you look at, all comes down to genes. But, yeah, 5 or 6 different types of people. And then there's even that weird offshoot that has, like, their own magic blood type, even. Can't think of what that group is
Magic
called.
blood type?
Yeah, there's like a relatively small region. I'm gonna say it's in Europe somewhere, where like basically the only people on the planet that have this blood type basically live in this region. And it's a very, very small region. I'm trying to think what it's called. It's where my poor memory is going to fail me. Who have I been using? This guy's been doing a fine job. Lathor.
Are you level 7 already?
I am. I've got XP for 8 and I'm almost 9.
I'm still level 4. I do have XP for level 5 though.
I'm not hitting the correct Google food or to jog my memory on what it is. That's alright. Slab says almost 28. I'm hoping to jump on and do Giant Hole Tobrel in a bit. Ooh. So But I'm gonna have to be a responsible adult and log off directly on time today, but hopefully I'll be able to continue to take advantage of this XP bonus this weekend and
XP
play some on Saturday.
The scavenger force.
I'm not as sure that I'll be able to get away.
Shinies are now so abundant that the workers have rebelled.
All I know is if I had a character or a team ready to go, like for Samius, this would be the weekend to try to make a shot of breaking Strim Tom's like leveling record.
What's his level record?
Something like 12 hours and 40 minutes or something along that line.
That's a pretty hefty record to try to beat.
Yeah, he uses the big potions and
It's 1 to 20 though, right?
yeah, 1 to 20.
Okay. Because
He's
Talab is kind of like throwing me off there because he said 28.
He's got the big potions. He's usually has a pretty steady team, I believe. So it'd be a good weekend for it, I think, if I knew one was coming up in advance and I could take a shot at it. The best one, of course, would be the 5% per person in your party. But no one has any idea when those pop up.
Or any idea when they will be able to pop up and log in at the same time.
I should see if I could abuse my friendship with Jerry slightly. See if I can get a rough idea when those weekends are coming up. That would be.
Nice if it was on a schedule.
Well, they've already planned the entire year out for bonuses.
I feel they should just make a calendar like some other games do and just have it there.
I thought they did have a calendar. Don't they have a calendar?
They do, but they do not announce except for one, like the weekend in advance. So again, they have a calendar and it's planned, but they don't have it where they'll tell us for like a year in advance or whatever. Or
I
even
feel they could
2
do a
weeks
better
in
job of like
advance.
that and take advantage of that to also, like somebody really on the ball would have that out there to also help with the purchase of store consumables. Really use that to drive sales.
I feel like, and I don't know for sure, but I think they like having it as one of the things that is always news.
You can still be news.
So
you
it's
can
like
still tweet
always
it.
the
I
announcement
can tell you
for
too.
like Jerry's stream. He always announces it. It's like the thing that they ask for the most. Is he trying to heal himself? Is he trying to heal me? He's trying to heal himself.
You always send reminders.
I'm just, I don't know for sure, but I think that's why they do it that way.
So outdated.
Stands on an island
It's so
surrounded
blockbuster.
by bubbling acid. Oddly enough, the Warforged has a crystal embedded in its chest.
I think they expect the hardcore league to do that. And I think it may have worked in the first one, but I don't think anybody is gonna
The green crystal
run to the
mounted
store
in
and
the
get all
chest
kinds
the
of boosts just so that they can,
shatters,
die at level
opening
5.
the green barrier.
Don't know actually.
Level 6?
Feel like there's a pretty reasonable likelihood that if depending on what they do, and how, because you generate so many points on the hardcore server that the sales go way up. So it is likely to me that they will probably have a bunch of interesting stuff for sale in the hardcore when this hardcore server is going on. If for no other reason than to keep those points from like sticking around on the live accounts. You're just constantly making characters, getting them to, you know, a couple of modest levels typically. Like even Tobrel, who basically got all of his kills out of the way on my character sheet, still went through like 3 or 4 guys, right?
2 deaths.
2 deaths?
1 death because I wasn't acclimated to what Reapers are like and thought that, like I had a death shoe basically. Which is my fault for trusting him.
Pulling the lever
Who?
dims the red
Shoe.
crystal on the wall. The red barrier has
I had more
been
than 1 death trusting Shu, but
He had a death trusting us.
I also opened a quest and wasn't thinking about it and opened it on Reaper when I didn't mean to or need to. But I just was in autopilot at that point and didn't even think about it.
The walls shimmer softly, then fade into
Go
invisibility.
pull that lever.
The only thing
Go
left
pull that
visible
lever.
is the lever in the center of the room.
Where did he go?
Where'd he go? My
Oh, there
NPC is off pulling the lever. Doing his jab. I don't know. This time around, I would
Pulling
I
the
would be
lever,
inclined
the
to,
invisible maze dims
if I
the yellow
thought I
crystal,
was ready.
which surely must open the yellow barrier. The final
I don't know. I'm gonna have to
crystal
spend
goes
more
dark
time
and the
thinking about my
last barrier
strategy on the
fades
hardcore
away.
server this go around.
Now, to get to the bottom of this mystery.
I really do think that I want to take the first character and potentially
Beyond the large
level it up heavily
is a
using
disorganized but functional
Explore
research
zones
workshop.
and running things
Objects
on
and creatures are scattered around,
low
transmuted
difficulty.
into shining platinum.
Have like a gear farmer and stuff.
I was thinking more about just because you can't go to the quest at different levels, but just get a TR right away, and then take that first guy, put a pin in him, roll up a second guy that's designed for like farming like Ravenloft gear. And then use the second guy to get Ravenloft gear for the first guy, who again basically uses whatever you find in Explore zones to level. Just an absolute minimum stress situation. And then start leveling up that TR guy kind of as we did last go around. I suspect that having that first TR out of the way will be pretty big, depending on which first life you get. You're going to have to start putting some heals on me. Alright, did. But that's the thing I'm trying to decide. What that first life should be. Even doing things like just on hard and sticking to explorer zones to start with, should be able to take a first life character from 1 to 20 very quickly. Doing things on Reaper or even Elite, we were still running quests with, again, if they continue to do favor. I don't know if they're going to do favor again. If it was me, I wouldn't do favor. Second time, I would pick something else. But I'm not sure what that would be.
3-dimension doors stand before a trio of glyphs on the wall. The glyphs represent locks that must be opened to reveal the way forward.
That may certainly adjust people's plans as to what they're going to do.
I think some people just like doing it for the sheer fun of doing it. You know, hey, I got this. But most people want a decent reward, and sometimes they don't know that they want it until everybody else is running around with it, and then they have to have one.
This didn't go away. What did I not? What did we not light? It's done. Just leave. That would be incorrect, but why is that still on?
I don't know. I kind of wanted those feet after finding out that they're gonna be.
No, that's not what I meant. I'm sorry. I was talking to
Body
a
becomes
comment on the
heavy.
stream that I'm
Step into
not
the
going
room
to go any more detail
as
on
though
than that.
some kind of magical force is keeping you down.
I know, it's definitely once other people have certain rewards, you want to get things too.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy to get to a place where you're like, I really don't care, and then out of nowhere you're like, oh wait, no, now I care.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost there. If I only had
The
another
lever is
300.
pulled. The glowing sigil
Diddly
fades.
dingies.
The orange lock has been opened.
But it only takes like a week to get your experience or whatever. So yeah, see, this one didn't. Why did that turn off? It doesn't matter if the other lights are on. Oh, this one didn't. Oh, great. Stop. I didn't turn that the right amount. I hate these oozes.
Completing the
They love you so much.
opens the blue
No,
lock.
I'm tired of oozes so
The
bad.
3 arcane locks are now open. There's a deep rumble somewhere in the complex as the passage to the madman in charge opens. Answering the final riddle correctly has opened the purple lock.
I have to read that one. I feel like they change the order on that from time to time. I may be incorrect, but I'm pretty sure that is the case.
Did they say when they're gonna do, how long before they nerf Inquisitive?
It'll be next
Next
week,
week.
probably.
Anticipated next week.
The renegade transmute.
It's not. It's gonna be all right. It's just not gonna be top tier for zero effort.
I need top tier for 0
Me too.
For leveling, you will not notice it.
It's gonna be pretty good. And I think some of the nerf is gonna hit more on the top end. I'll agree with Sam on that.
Like for large percentage of the population, you're not even going to notice that there's a change. What the? Why? You're... I hate you, Lathor, so bad right now.
I look away for a second and I'm
Well,
seeing
he just...
soul stones.
He didn't heal, and like I told him to heal, and he didn't heal, and now I don't want to do this quest again. But I has to. Take one more shot at it here before we hit the top of the hour. Again, at the top of the hours, we're pretty much gonna have to go.
Well, I'm gonna beat you to it because Yolana's back from the store and stuff. You know?
I know all the things. I'm watching right now on my webcam
Oh no, not that.
into your apartment.
I would have put on some clothes if I'd have known that.
Ah, that's why you don't wear clothes, because you know I'm watching. Don't lie. That's why Tobrell doesn't wear pants anymore.
I'm not wearing pants. I installed extra cameras for Sam's
Are
deal.
you showing off for Sam?
I mean, I got a pant. I mean, I can't go too deep into it. It's the daytime.
The scavenger foreman says
Not after
your
dark.
control of the storm reach down.
Maybe I won't be
So now
napping
so
after
bummed
dark,
that the
so I'll
workers
see.
have rebelled.
Oh no, wait a minute, you're not on tonight,
This is
right?
Friday. Yeah, I shouldn't be on tonight. I'll try to.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to do some bonus streaming this weekend, Saturday in particular. But we'll see what happens. I usually don't get a chance to play on Sundays.
I may have company Saturday, but you know,
We'll might see what happens.
since it's my son, that probably won't happen. Anyway, I
Take
gotta
her easy.
scoot. Something or other.
The scat man.
Boobity wop wow.
That's right.
Bye bye.
Toodles. So I guess I'm gonna complain about this because apparently I'm not gonna be able to let it go this morning. So once again, we have a individual in the chat who has no idea what's what. But it's basically going on about, not going on, made a couple of comments about where my migraines come from. So I know where my migraines come from. It has nothing to do with the computer. It has nothing to do with the screen. Although it can be part of a trigger. Which is why when things get bad, I do have my blue blockers right here. I should actually probably get back in the habit of wearing them all the time, but I think the next time I buy regular prescription glasses, I'm just going to buy the ones that have the blue, like the heavy blue blocking built in. But this is not one of my triggers. My primary trigger is a issue with my neck and spine in particular. And it doesn't matter, I could be I could take a week off of looking at the computer screen and I would have the exact same amount of migraine pain. So, I value and appreciate your input. But I've tried lots of those things in the past and that it doesn't matter. Tried and tested. What would help the most is people subscribing and joining at patreon.com/Samius. Finding those biddies, etc., etc. So I can afford to go to the chiropractor like every day. Because basically what happens is my neck has a tendency to slide out of position and pinch my spinal column, and it has a lot to do with apparently the way that I lay down and sleep and subconsciously get comfortable while I'm asleep. So I end up spending all night basically twisting my neck the wrong way. And that is the primary trigger to my migraines.
A warforge stands on an island surrounded.
And I have a special bed, and I have a special pillow, and I have like all these things to help me not pinch those things, and it definitely helps. Which is why I can now go like every other week to get my neck adjusted instead of like 3 times a week. And you know what? I still have migraine pain. That is my primary trigger. So I may or may not have done lots and lots of research and seen many doctors on my headache over the last 7 or 8 years in particular. So, thank you. Thank you, YouTube comments. It'll probably turn out, if I go back in time and look at things, it'll probably be one of the numerous injuries I took from as a child that probably like messed up my neck somewhere. So I think what they should do on the hardcore server is force everybody to go to level 7. And then you can keep the same kind of situation with the favor, but then that makes people have to play some of the level 21 plus stuff. Or plus level 20 plus. Because most people that were good didn't have to do anything over level 20 that they didn't want to achieve their goals. Personally, I feel like some of the level 20 stuff was easier than some of the under level 20 stuff.
Pulling the lever dims the red crystal on the wall. The red barrier has been opened.
But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they do. I'm curious.
The walls shimmer softly, then fade.
Alright, Highland, go pull that
invisibility.
lever, please.
The only thing left
I will
visible
kill
is the
annoying,
lever in the center of the room.
reckless resources.
Pulling the lever and the invisible maze dims the yellow crystal, which surely must open the yellow barrier. The final crystal goes dark and the last barrier fades away. Now, to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello!
Welcome to WebEx.
What's going on?
Oh, just last
Beyond
quest
the
for the
large
morning here.
doors is a disorganized
I gotta go
but
pretend to be an
functional
adult.
Wizard's workshop.
Doing the thing, living the
Objects and
dream.
creatures are scattered around,
That
transmute
sounds cool.
to shining platinum.
What are you doing?
I just got done getting effed in the B by winds.
By wings?
Winds.
Winds.
Blowing of the air. Stuff like that.
Yeah. Did you set yourself new personal minimums or maximums or whatever? New values for crosswinds?
No. I just, well, I feel I need a cigarette.
It's where you're at where it's all windy.
I'm in North Carolina.
Oh! You're not even flying, you're just like driving down the road?
No, I just got done flying.
Okay.
Flew into New Bern, North Carolina.
Is that bad?
And, had to go around twice.
Wow.
And the captain tried it. We got a wind shear. Had to go around again. And then we diverted to Wilmington, and we just barely made it in there. 15 to 20 knot gust factors aren't fun.
Yeah, what were you flying?
CRJ,
It's not huge.
regional jet.
It's not huge, right? It's like a 30-er.
No, it seats 76 people.
Stand before
Oh, it is a
trio
big one.
of glyphs on the wall. The glyphs represent
Huh.
locks that must be opened to
He flies the
reveal
big boy
the way
things now.
forward.
Not always, right? You don't always fly the big boy planes.
Well, I only fly CRJs now.
No.
The 200s fit 50 people, and the 900s, which I was flying today, fit 76. So,
He's big boy
Completing
now.
the tile puzzle opens the
I thought he was still
blue
doing
lock.
occasional smaller things.
nope, I haven't.
Pro.
I haven't flown anything
Your
besides a
body
regional
becomes
jet
able
in
to step
over a
into the
year.
room, as though some
He
kind
no
of
gift.
magical force is keeping you down.
I guess you'll have to get used to getting blown around.
No, this is the worst it's ever been for me.
The lever is pulled. The glowing
I mean,
sigil
there were
fades.
tornadoes here in Charlotte yesterday.
Has been opened.
They shut down the entire airport and had to evacuate the control tower.
That is.
I wish they would have done that though before I left for West Virginia, because I would have much rather stayed home.
Answering the final riddle correctly
Yeah.
has opened the purple lock.
Stay home versus fly around
It
in
is what it is.
the nasty
So now
winds. I can't imagine why.
There's a deep rumble somewhere in the complex. banks as the passage to the madman in charge.
Take another shot at this. Hopefully this time with the cleric healing us 50% more than last time.
The renegade transmuter casts a spell, causing the nearby platinum guardians to attack.
There's a 35. Another 30. So at least we got 2 heals so far out of him. You know what's ironic is I've had Ellery heal me through this fight, and it's been fine, but this guy is apparently not going to get it done.
He's not pro.
I really wish my car had rocket launchers.
I mean, who doesn't?
They're too close to rockets, switching to guns.
No, I don't care about proximity at this point.
Falls to the floor with a heavy
Don't want to get hit by the shrapnel, my friend.
No survivors.
The wizard begins chanting a new
Word.
spell. You thwarted the transmutter's platinum plan. But the wizard
Sounds like a
now
one-way
wants
ticket to
destroy
pain.
the
Pain
entire
to me.
city.
So like there's Wendy's on that.
Be a way to stop
Like they have a little curb
Storm reaches
around
safety, and
the
mad transmuter
drive-through
got a
area.
taste of his
So
own
you like got to go
medicine.
all the way around the building to get in line for the drive-through, which is fine. Which I was doing, and I was about to pull up the drive-through. This clown pulls in to the parking lot. It's like,
Actually,
oh, I'm gonna get in the no. Just
Like we're talking Wendy's. Is Ronald in the next?
no, just like a mentally deficient person clown.
Okay.
And so she drives in. It's like, oh, I'm going to get in the drive-thru. Drives over the curb. Gets in line in front of me. I'm like, thanks. Rocket launchers.
I mean, come on. Maybe she really needs that Wendy's. I
Not
understand.
as bad as I do.
I mean,
I
let's
guarantee
let's
it.
not get let's not get carried away. Maybe you don't know what's going on with her life right now. Maybe she like is literally on fire, and if she doesn't get some Wendy's, she'll die because she's
What's going on in her life is that if I had rocket launchers in my car, she would be flipped over into these trees
That's a good thing you don't have rocket
in a ball
launchers
of
in
fire.
this.
Such violence.
Alright, well I guess with that, we're gonna wrap up today's stream. Tobro, you're not planning on streaming it right away, are you?
No, I'm just doing little stuff. No.
Alright, so let's take a look to see who else is streaming Dungeons & Dragons Online this morning. Wow. Nobody. It is just me. Alright, kids. Well, unfortunately, there's no one to, like, raid over who's playing Dungeons & Dragons this morning, so hate to leave you guys with no more DDO, but alas, Samus is the last man standing today, so if you need some more Dungeons & Dragons action, I would recommend you check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/SamusGrobo. There's a bunch of videos over there in my walkthrough playlist that may or may not be up your alley. If so, I would, ask for you to take a minute and oh yeah, the Magic the Gathering Pro Tour stuff is live, or Players Tour, whatever it's called now. But if you're into some Dungeons & Dragons action, you can jump over to this the playthrough, walkthrough, whatever, the road most traveled series that I've been doing. I have another batch of videos that need to get posted. Let's see how many we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 12 videos I need to get uploaded. So there's 12 more on top of this. But if you would do me a favor and watch a couple of those, hit the thumbs up button, I'd really appreciate it. Alright, boys and girls, cats and dogs, children of all ages. If I get the opportunity to do a bonus stream this weekend, I will. I would really like to get Java as close to 20 as possible while we have this additional 10% XP bonus, and try to like jump up there a little bit higher. So I'll be doing my best to cram in some extra playtime this weekend. And if I do, I'll turn on the stream. Alright, hope you guys have a good time. Don't forget to, like I said, hit the follow, like, subscribe buttons, etc. We'll see you soon. Toodles!
Bye bye.